Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. My name is Carrie, and I am a full-time Elliott wave trader in the crypto and forex markets. Today's video is going to be an update on Bitcoin and ETH on the lower time frame. I have went over the higher time frame in my bias in my previous videos. If you are interested in watching that, just skip back a couple videos and I went into detail about that. I do feel we are still in a fourth wave. Until we invalidate it, I am sticking to we're in a fourth wave. Having a little bit of trouble with my sound. Hopefully it will clear up if it's not good right now. But this is like my third recording, so I'm hoping that it's okay. So we are done with our masterclass. If you are interested in becoming a full-time professional trader without putting in the full-time hours, we've put a lot of work into this masterclass. We're very proud of it, and consider taking the course if you want to be able to know what the bull and the bear scenarios are yourself and the invalidations. So I highly recommend that. You can get the description or the link in the description below. All right, so we're going to start out on Bitcoin, and we're going to talk about this sideways movement that's been killing us for the last month, I guess it's been. And it keeps making patterns after patterns, thinking, you know, finally we may go to the upside, or maybe we're going to go to the downside, and then it invalidates it and it does something else, and it's driving us nuts, I know. But until it makes a decision, we just have to go with it. So let's talk about Bitcoin. And let's talk about what we may have happening here in the near future. So we're going to talk about the bull scenario first. And when I talk about the bull scenario, I don't mean that we're going to blast off to the moon. I mean that bull upside. So we're all been waiting for this leg to the upside, and we're still waiting. So let's talk about how we can get there. The first way we can get there is that we have made this three-wave move here. We have made a three-wave move here. And now we're either going to get a five-wave move here to the upside, or a three-wave move. And the only difference between them is the labeling. If we get the 335, we're going to call it an ABC. If we get the 333, we're going to call it a WXY. But both of those would move us to the upside. Let's talk about what would invalidate it. So we have this move in yellow. Then we have this move in white. Don't pay attention to the little five-wave I have here. That's going to be the bear scenario. We have this move here in white. Oops. Let me get out of the pen. We have this move here in white. This is all going to be called one move. Then we have this move in yellow that connects this yellow move. This move in white can come deeper. It can roll over here and come deeper, because I would be calling this a B wave, and B waves have big areas that they can move in. So this can roll over and still be a B wave, and then we just connect this yellow wave like this. The only difference is that this is not going to go as high, and then the connector wave that we need coming to the downside is going to be not starting as high. And for those of you just tuning in, what do I mean by that? Well, this move here, whether we want to call it an A, a B, and the C either ended here or it ended over here, it doesn't quite matter, because what we want to see is a rally that comes up, because we're going to need this connector here, or this partner on the other side. And you're probably asking me, well, why do we need that? Why do we need that other partner on the side? Why can't this just be an A, a B, and a C that's done? I am leaning that this is not done because of time. This has not taken enough time for the fourth waves that we're attaching it to with the one wave. I went over this in my last video about the time, but what I'm basically saying is that if this is the 1 and the 2 that we're going to pair up with this 4, this 4 has not taken long enough. And I went over that in my prior video, and you can take a look at that. Could I be wrong about that? Yes, I could be wrong about that, of course. But the way we've moved up here in 3 waves, the way that this is taking off, looks corrective to me, which more leans me towards the bias that we either have an ABC that's complete to the downside, and now we are, which either completed here or it completed over here, and now we're looking for a rally to the upside that's going to partner up with this move to the downside. Or, sorry about this, taking me all over the place. Or we're going to roll over here, and it's not going to give us much of a move, and we're not going to come into this upper territory wave 1 here, and we're going to end up making a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. This is all going to be wave 4, and we're going to make a 5th wave to the downside. And at that point, we're still going to get a rally. How high it comes, the better. Because what starts with 5 ends with 5, and we're going to need another 5 over here if that happens. If this 5 wave happens, we're going to rally, then we're going to need another 5 waves. So let's dig into this little correction here. Well, not little, because it's been killing us for a while here. And let's go over when one invalidates over the other. Okay, so as I said, this B wave can come deeper, and then we still get the yellow move to the upside. Also, if we want the move to be like I had it, where it's over here, and the B wave is done, let me get a little closer here. I do not want to see us break this bottom right here at 32,975. Absolute invalidation for this moving up and this yellow C wave right now is this bottom right here at 32,120. This is absolute invalidation. And I really don't want to see us break this wick here. We break that wick, I'm more going to be leaning that it's rolling over, and 100% invalidation is at this low here. For this C wave or Y wave to happen now. But like I said, it can continue its torture and come deeper and make a move like this. So until it breaks this bottom right here, until it breaks that bottom right there. This move to the upside can still happen. This is complete invalidation that we are rolling over and coming down for a fifth wave once we break this low at 28,930 or so. Okay, so that is the bull scenario that we want. We want to see this go up now, preferably from here. This leg right here to continue, break this trend line and go. Or this move in the middle is going to come deeper and we still have the chance for the move to the upside. But as soon as it breaks this low, that comes off the table. Let's talk about the bear scenario. The bear scenario would be that this is all the start of the move to the downside and is a wave one. This three-wave move up that we got is a wave two. And now we're making a diagonal, which is a 1, a 2, 3, a 4, and we're going to get a move to the downside, which is diagonal is not complete yet, for a 5. Creating our diagonal, which could potentially be our 1. Then we get a move to the upside, which makes a 2. And then we trend down for our 3 and our 4 and a 5, which will end up being the fifth leg of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this happens, I cannot tell you how deep this 5 will come, because I feel if we break the 30,000 mark or the 28, whatever it is at this low, this basic support I have going across here, I feel we're going to have some panic selling. And this fifth wave could get overextended and come pretty deep. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see if it rolls over or what it plans to do here. Okay, so when does this count become invalid? If we break this high right here at 36,570, this high right here, then this 1, 2, 1, 2 comes off the table because the 2 cannot come beyond the start of the 1. Okay. That is one way that we can move to the downside, is the 1, 2, 1, 2 with this diagonal. Now the other way is that, take this off here so I don't confuse you. Is that we create the three-wave move that we have here. Basically, we get this move that goes like this. And it does not break this high right here. And what happens is this still stays a 1, but our 2 gets moved over here. So basically it would be a 1, and this would create a 2, and then we'd go down for 3, 4, 5. So there's many options on the table. I know that it can seem a bit confusing, but stick to the invalidation points and remember that if we break this low, it invalidates the upside. I don't want to see us break this low or this low to invalidate the upside. The upside now. This move can still be paired over here like this. And then we move up with a C wave. But we still have the potential for this being a wave 1 and then this all turning it into a wave 2 if we cannot get a C wave that breaks over this high. Okay. Let's move over to ETH. ETH is a little confusing too, and I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. We all know that we have this move to the downside. Whether we want to call it a 5 wave or just an ABC, it doesn't matter too much. Now we are looking for a move that goes higher like this. We want a higher move here. The higher the better, because this partner is going to be needed on the other side. And the higher this move goes, the shorter this move will be. Or not shorter, but higher. And it can truncate to the 618. 100% it can do that, which would make it shorter than this. Doesn't have to make a 1-to-1 move. It can hit a 618, which is our best hopes. So let's get into the count here. So what we want here is the move up. So there's a couple of ways that it's going to do it, if it's going to do it. One way is that we've made a 3-wave move here. This is creating a flat. And then we're going to get this leg partnered to the upside. That is one way it can move. The other way is that this is going to come deeper and it's going to make an expanded flat. And then it's going to go to the upside for us. So the key to that is this move right in here. And we're going to go down into a lower time frame and take a look at it so that we can talk more about this bullish scenario and where the invalidations are. So right now, we're creating, and let me go like a little lower here so you can see this. So we've got this move that sort of looks like a diagonal. But it can be two things with it being a diagonal. It can be an A wave, or it can be a wave 1. This would become wave 2 or a B wave. Then what we get here will either be a wave 3 or a C wave. If it's a wave 3, then we'd get a 4, and then we get a 5. When does it become invalid? If we break this low right here at $2,050, getting this move to the upside now comes off the table. And what it will turn into is just an ABC flat that looks like this, could come a little higher, becomes a connector for this move to the downside. Now let's pan out so you can see what I'm looking at. What does it become? It becomes an expanded flat. Now, hopefully, We can hold this 618, which is an extension pulled from bottom to top. And we can hold the 618 and kick off with that leg that we want on the other side. The deeper we come, we break the 618, start coming deeper. I'm going to be leaning more towards the bear scenario. Now, complete invalidation of this moving to the upside is this low right here. That low at 1720. That is complete invalidation. But the deeper this comes, the more I'm going to be leaning bear scenario. So let's go over the bear scenario quickly. So the bear scenario is that we have created an A wave, a B wave, and this is a truncated C because we hit the 618. That is the minimum requirement for a C wave or WXY. It could be a 3, and then a 3. The only difference is the labeling. So it could be over. If that is the case, then this, let me get this out of here so you can see it. I just drew all over it, didn't I? Okay, so if this is over and the A, the B, the C is complete, then this leg right here is the start of something. And we're going to get this little correction. And then it's going to turn into a 1, a 2. We're going to go down 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be the beginning of the partner that we need from this move to the downside. So that is the bull and the bear scenario. I'm not seeing anything in the RSI that's telling me that, hey, we're going to go up or we're going to go down. We did have some bullish divergence here, but this just does not look very strong at the moment. We are on the weekend here and low volume, and I would have expected, or I hoped, that believe we even had it on the 8-hour. Yeah. So this bullish divergence that we had, I hoped that would have given us a bigger kick to the upside, which still may happen. It's not invalid yet. We could hold here for a while and not break this low and give us the move to the upside. It's still possible, but RSI has moved much further than the move has, which kind of is leaning me on the bearish side. I think that this is going to turn into a flat, and we're going to roll over again and hopefully can hold this 618 and give us a kickoff to the upside. But if we break this low here, then I'm going to be looking at this as the end of something, and this is the beginning of something. And the deeper it comes past this 618, the more I'm going to be leaning that way. Not to be bearish, but that's just, the reality of it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was clear. Let me know in the comments. And I hope you have a wonderful Sunday.